Gopala Astrology channel, where the science meets astrology for common man's understanding. Subscribe and stay tuned to this channel for continued astrological updates.
Hello, welcome to Gopala Astrology channel, ladies and gentlemen, once again. And we are going to continue our series of videos for astrology for dummies. That means we are assuming that the people are new to astrology, especially the Vedic astrology, sidereal system of astrology. All right, so we are making this series one by one, and this will be the video number 3. And we are going to talk about today the planets and their ownership on different zodiac signs. All right, so please watch the video until the end, and if you are new to this channel, please click on the subscribe button so that you get all the updates that we upload on this channel regularly. All right, let's go to the actual video, my friends. I'm going to share the screen now. So as I told you, the topic is Vedic Astro-Science for dummies and the zodiac signs and their owners. That's very important to understand this, because in the previous 2 videos we have introduced what are the 12 zodiac signs, and now you are familiar with what are planets, what are navagrahas, and also the additional outer planets, and what are the roles that they are playing in our lives. Okay, so we have proved those 2 videos very useful to our people, and now we are going to talk about the ownerships. That means each of the 12 zodiac signs, when you take it up, we are going to have the owners who are going to be ruling these particular places. What are those and how it works? So this is our solar system on the top view. We know that the inner planets, especially the Mercury, the Venus, and the Mars, of course the Earth, they are fast-moving planets. The moment we enter into the area of Jupiter, the slow-moving gaseous giants are in place. So each of these play a vital role. The farther the distance from Earth, the greater impact it has. This is the new concept that we have learned from Greenstone logo. I'm going to be talking about that concept as well towards the end of this video. All right, so please stay on. This is going to be a shorter video, and we will try to understand who are the owners for each of these. So we know that there are 12 rashis, or the 12 zodiac signs, and the total chakra is 360 degrees. It is split into 12 of them, 30 degrees each. So let's try to understand, put it in a simplistic manner. Okay, if you see the color, it has got a significance as well. The Mesha Rashi, or the Aries, and then Scorpio is tagged in red color, and then Vrishabha Rashi and Venus, the Tula Rashi, the Libra, is also painted in light pink color. Gemini and Virgo is printed in green color. There is a reason for each of them. Let's try to understand one by one. Now, if you take the fiery sign of Aries, the first Kala Purusha Kundali zodiac sign, it is ruled by the planet Mars. Okay, I'm purely talking about classical astrology, wherein they have given 2 assignments for each of the planets. Okay, so Mars is going to rule the second zodiac sign, that is namely the Scorpio or Vrishchika Rashi as well. All right, the next one is Taurus. The Taurus is ruled by Venus in classical astrology, as well as the Tula Rashi, or the zodiac sign of Libra. So these are the 2 rulerships for Venus. In the same way, you can talk about Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, the planet of intelligence, and at the same time, the sages also assigned the Virgo, or the Kanya Rashi, is also ruled by Mercury. Okay, so these are all the dual rulerships. In the same time, we talk about Leo, or Simha Rashi. In classical astrology, remember, Sun is also called as a Graha. It is not just the luminary, it is the Graha which rules zodiac sign of Leo. Of course, later we will have some controversies here and there between classical astrology and Greenstone logos concept. Don't get confused. We will take each of these in our own way. And especially for Dashas and Antardasha system, I still follow the classical Indian astrology. So that is where the Surya, or the Sun, is also quite significant in terms of understanding that it is the ruler of Simha Rashi, or the Leo zodiac sign, and Cancer is ruled by Moon. Of course, this is also a difference between the modern astrological science made by Greenstone logo. Okay, so here Cancer is also ruled by Moon. Next, Saturn gets the ownership of Capricorn and Aquarius as well. Okay, so here also there is a difference. We will talk about it later on. And last two signs left out are Meena Rashi, the Pisces, and then Sagittarius, the Dhanus Rashi. It is ruled by Jupiter. So this covers the entire 12 zodiac system, followed by 5 luminaries and two luminaries and 5 planets. So we have Jupiter, Mars, Venus, and Gemini as the planets, and of course Saturn as 5 grahas, and then we have 2 luminaries. Of course, Rahu, Ketu is there, which do not really have any ownership of the house, but some of the school of thought of people, they say Rahu rules Aquarius and Ketu rules Vrishchika Rashi as well. So that is the Sagittarius, that is the Scorpio as well. So just keep that in mind and try to apply on your own. And whenever we see the results are matching, then we can give points to it and we can start believing in that system. If not, we will just stick to what we are. It's an open debatable thing whether Rahu and Ketu has got any ownership or not. All right, so let's not get into the point wherein what is right, what is wrong. Let's try to do our own research work. Okay, the people who are subscribers here, please keep updating us in comment section. What is your ideas? What is that you think? What is that you have observed in your own lives, you know? And then with those things, we will try to make a research of our own, and we will put our views. Okay, everybody have their own views. Nobody is right, nobody is wrong. But majority of the time, I have found that using classical astrology for Dasha Bhukti system is extremely important, because they are more nearer to planet Earth, and they have the time period which can be suitable for designing the Dashas and Antara-Dasha system. Whereas the planets beyond Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, and the 3 newly introduced grahas or centaurs, namely XYZ, and even Chiron for that matter, they are quite far, and their period of revolution around the Earth around the Sun is quite significant. All right, so keep the plus points and minus points of all the systems. We will try to use all of them to the best of our knowledge. All right, so that means, in summary, we can put it this way: the Sun, the Aries is ruled by Mars. All the 12 zodiac signs is listed here. Taurus, the Venus, the Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Cancer is ruled by Moon. Leo by Sun. Virgo by Mercury. Libra by Venus. Scorpio by Mars. And please take a screenshot of this. And then Sagittarius, etc. And Pisces is Jupiter. So if you keep the screenshot of this, it will be very helpful. If you are a newcomer to Vedic astrological science, it will help you a lot in coming future. Okay, we will be making more and more videos of this. And just to add a little bit point about it here, if you have 5 people going around in a group, definitely each one of them will have their own difference of opinion. So there will be friends, neutrals, and enemies. So for the sages have actually told about the friendship of planets, neutrality of planets, and also enmity of planets in this way. Okay, let's just read out each of them and then try to understand a little bit before we have a proper understanding of the horoscopes, right? So please understand that Sun, consider Moon, Mars, and Jupiter as its best friends. Okay, Mercury can be a neutral planet, whereas the enemies definitely doesn't go well with Saturn and Venus, right? So Moon, consider Sun and Mercury as its best friends, and of course most of them are neutral. It doesn't have enemies at all. Moon is a very motherly planet. It doesn't consider anyone as the enemy, but Mars, Jupiter, Venus, and Saturn becomes its neutral. Neutral means they neither do good nor bad within each other, right? So they consider them as just friends, high-fi type of friends, right? So Mercury has the best friend, Surya, the Sun, and the Venus, right? Whereas its neutrals are Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. It's considering Moon as its enemy, right? So it doesn't vibrate well with the Moon. And Venus consider Mercury and Saturn as its best friends, okay? And then neutrals are Mars and Jupiter, and Sun and Moon are considered as enemies for Venus. See, these are all these are all tabulated based on analysis of several hundreds of horoscopes, and these are given by our sages. You know, you can always study more, and then you can move things from enemies to neutral or neutrals to enemies. But I would always back up with a lot of horoscope studies. Okay, only when you have solid data, we should be able to alter this table. If not, we can just follow this as it is. Okay, Jupiter considers Sun, Moon, Mars as its friend. Saturn becomes neutral, whereas Mercury and Venus becomes its enemies, right? Saturn again consider Mercury and Venus as its best friend, and then of course neutral is Jupiter. It's the same as what Saturn, Jupiter itself treats Saturn as neutral. In the same way, the enemies are going to be Sun, Moon, and Mars, right? So this is just a quick summary on snapshot of the Vedic astrology planetary relationships. All right. So now I'm coming to the actual Greenstone logo scientific astrology. He has 16 graha system. So he said each one of the zodiac sign should have only one ruler. Of course, multiple exaltation points can be there, but only one owner for one house system. So that's how it is. And if you want to understand this, and please take a screenshot of this particular slide. The way we have to understand this slide is this: Aries is the house name, right? Mars, the owner, becomes the planet which is mentioned in the below right hand bottom corner of this box, okay, and it is shown in violet color. In the same way, the exalted, the best planets in this particular zodiac sign is shown in the red color. Okay, so this is the convention that Greenstone logo has given to us. I have just taken a screenshot from his presentations, and that's what I am showing you guys here. Okay, please remember Aries is ruled by Mars, and Sun and Chiron gets exalted here. So the beauty of this is this system is that Greenstone logo has done a lot of research work on outer planets beyond Saturn, right? So Uranus, Neptune, Pluto can be considered like Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. So creator, whatever creativity happens in your chart, right? Whatever creativity activities that you do is all seen by Uranus, right? The Neptune becomes the Mayavi Neptune is a very illusionary type of a planet. It gives extreme kind of I can say spirituality, and it is one planet which can give you a lot of addictions as well. Okay, and at the same time, Pluto becomes the god of death, Lord Yama in terms of Indian mythology, or we also call him as Mahakal Shiv, which does the constructive destructions. And again, planet X, Y, Z. Planet X, do not get confused with the planet X that the Westerners just label it. This is conveniently called Planet X by Greenstone logo, but actual Indian name for this is, for Planet X is Kubera, the god of wealth, and Planet Y is Vishwakarma, the god of day-to-day activities that we do, the repetitive tasks that we do. And then Planet Z becomes Manmatar or Manmatha, right? So Manmatha are the god who is going to make you famous in this world. There is something that is there in us which gets attracted. It's also called Kamadeva. There is something in each of us that is attractive to the world, and that is what is the one which gives name and fame. All the Bollywood celebrities, Hollywood celebrities will have this Planet X in the best position. So if you know these names and a little bit meaning of each of these graphs, I will just show you one more time. The Planet X is the ruler of Taurus, and Moon gets exalted in Taurus. All right, Mercury becomes the only ruler of Gemini, and it doesn't own Virgo. Okay, Gemini is a very active planet, very resourceful, very knowledgeable. Gemini reflects very well very good nature of Mercury. Okay, Planet Y, which is Vishwakarma, gets exalted here. Cancer zodiac sign is ruled by Chiron. Chiron is also a centaur, which is like a Bhumi Karaka. It is the one which gives you the properties. It is also a kind of, Westerners believe that this is the healer, okay, the doctor in you, whereas Greenstone logo says Planet Y is the healer or the doctor. Okay, there is some school of thoughts which is differing in here, but I believe both. Chiron does very well in the property matters, the real estate matters, and also all the immovable and movable properties that gets registered in your name is seen through Chiron. Okay, motherland is represented by Chiron, and Jupiter and Neptune gets fully exalted here. All right, Leo is ruled by planet Z, and Pluto gets exalted in Leo in 3 different avatars. I'm going to make separate videos for this, and it's very interesting to know that Pluto has got 3 different avatars of exaltation, and in that the critical one is known as Grey Lizard avatar, which makes people go for depression, and they will see the worst part of their lives. I'm going to make a video separately on each of these avatars of Pluto, and that's extremely important planet here for our study. Okay, Virgo is ruled by planet Y, and then Libra is ruled by planet Venus, and of course exaltation planets are Saturn, which is the same as the classical astrology, and planet Z, which is the one which makes us famous in this world, also gets full exaltation in Libra. Always note that whatever planet gets exalted here, the opposite house, it will be known as its fall house and things like that. Fall house ownership house, opposite to that is fall house according to Greenstone logo. Okay, Uranus gets fully exalted in Scorpio. Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio. All right, Sagittarius is again ruled by Jupiter, Guru, and then Chiron gets exalted in Sagittarius. So Capricorn is the only house owned by Saturn. It is order and structureness, and then Mars gets exalted here. So whereas Aquarius is a very innovative house, and it is ruled by Uranus, the deep exaltation of planet X, Kuvera, happens here, and also Mercury, the planet of experimentation and quick thinking and logical thinking planet, gets exalted in Aquarius. And lastly, Pisces. Pisces is the most spiritual zodiac sign in the entire zodiacs, and the deepest exaltation happens for Venus here, and Neptune owns this house. So with this, if you have any questions, please put it in the comment section. I would be very glad to answer them. I know that there is a difference between the Greenstone logos concept and the classical Indian astrological concept. I'm here to amalgamate both of them and make best use of it. All right. So with this, we will close this video. If you have any questions, please put it in the comment section, and I will be very glad to answer them. Okay. Please click on the subscribe button and also the bell icon. Thank you. Bye-bye.